Welcome to Hedgehog's Hungry Hodgepodge. It's the fourth Saturday of the month, and that means it's dessert week. This month we're going to be making a tiny twist on a big favorite, carrot cake, cupcakes. Let's get started. First, we're going to start by mixing together our dry ingredients. We're going to add 1 cup of sugar, a cup of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon salt, 1 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, half a teaspoon ground clove, 1/4 teaspoon allspice, and 3/4 of a teaspoon baking soda. And you're just gonna mix that all together with a spoon until it's completely incorporated. Now we'll be adding our wet ingredients. Next we'll be adding 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. You're gonna mix that very well. Now we're gonna be adding 2 eggs. We'll add them 1 at a time. And we're gonna whisk each egg in very well. You'll actually see it change the color of the batter, which is kind of cool. And once the entirety of it has changed, that's when you know it's been mixed in properly. And then you can add your second egg. Now we add the whole point of it, the carrots. You're gonna add 2 cups of grated carrots. You can buy it because it seems like it'll be a lot of grating. It's really only like 3 carrots. It's easy. I believe in you. You can do this. Also, if you buy it already shredded, a lot of the moisture is gone, and that's what makes these so moist. So you're just gonna mix that in. Then you'll add half a cup of walnuts, chopped, and fold that on in. Now we're going to assemble our cupcakes into the liners. Now I'm using a little tiny ladle to put it in here. It's a lot easier than trying to pour it in because then it gets everywhere. I have 12 cupcake liners here. Just gonna fill each one up with batter. You want to fill it up about 2/3 of the way because it is gonna rise and you don't want a big carroty mess all over the place. You just do that until you either run out of liners or you run out of batter. Alright, then you can pop those cupcakes in the oven that you've preheated to 350 degrees, and you're going to leave them in there for 30 to 40 minutes. I know it seems like a lot, but it's a very dense cupcake, so it needs the time to bake. Okay, while that's baking, we're going to be making our lemon cream cheese frosting to top it with. First, you're going to add 8 ounces of cream cheese. I got the whipped kind, mainly because that's all they had at the store, but also because it is easier to mix it all together that way. You're also going to add a 1/4 cup, otherwise known as half a stick, of butter, unsalted please. You'll notice I'm using a spatula. So my senior year of high school, I took a home ec class, and my teacher was from the South, and she would pronounce spatula, spatular. We just thought it was a Southern thing until finally one of my classmates said, "Miss, it's spatula." And she looked at us completely serious and said, "No, it's spatular." So yeah. You're gonna take your electric mixer and you're gonna beat this on high until it's smooth. Next, you're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of confectioner's sugar. And you're gonna beat that together until it's completely dissolved and there are no lumps. This would be a good time to scrape down the sides, because from now on we're gonna be mixing on low. Then you're gonna add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and half a tablespoon of lemon juice. You're going to mix that on low until it's incorporated. Now I don't have pastry bags, but we need a way to pipe it onto the cupcake. So I put a little plastic baggie into a cup and folded the ends of it over. And I'm going to put my frosting in here. We'll refrigerate this while we're baking the cupcakes so that it can stiffen a little bit and it'll be a lot easier to pipe it. And then you'll cut a corner out of the little plastic baggie and then you can just squeeze it onto your cupcakes. This is what they're going to look like when they're done, and we're going to start piping our frosting onto it. I let these cool for about 15 to 20 minutes, but they're still a little warm. Oh, it's so warm, and the top's all nice and crispy. I love the depth of the flavor and the spices with the lemon, green cheese, the juxtaposition is fantastic. All my recipes can be found at www.hedgehogshungryhodgepodge.com. You can leave comments and suggestions there or right here on YouTube. I'd love to hear what you think. I'll see you guys next week for another episode of Hedgehog's Hungry Hodgepodge. Bye!